Visitors to the DeYoung, one of San Francisco's fine arts museums, have plenty to look at on the walls. But strolling through the museum with a robot can cause heads to turn.
Pretty busy gallery here today.
The DeYoung now has 2 robots that open the museum to those who could never come here in person.
How do you rate this experience, seeing the museum this way?
It allows you to explore the museum the way
Henry Evans, who is almost completely paralyzed, worked with the museum to make touring by robot a reality.
John, the fact that a quadriplegic can now wander through a museum on the other side of the planet or just across town, while comfortably lying in bed at home is pretty remarkable.
Evans can move only his head and 1 finger. But that's enough to log onto the internet and guide a robot through the DeYoung's galleries.
And thanks for letting me join you on this tour of the museum. I haven't done this kind of thing before. But it takes a lot of technology. Is it worth all this technology to bring you here this way?
If you are able-bodied, you can, and do, experience these things all the time. And you probably take them for granted. But if you spend most of your life in bed, you cannot readily experience these things. And you don't take them for granted.
Evans' desire to share the liberating power of robotics led him to the DeYoung, which seized the idea of becoming a state-of-the-art museum.
A lot of folks that encounter it in the galleries just think it is a robot. Some people think it's performance art. There are different reactions to it.
Rebecca Bradley is the DeYoung's director of accessibility. From her office in the museum, she did some of the early testing, partly to see if a robot would be too distracting for other museum visitors.
Are you a student?
No, I'm just visiting San Francisco. Yeah.
Oh, enjoy the rest of your visit.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
The robots are not only for the disabled. The museum wants anyone who can't physically come here, whether because of age or distance or cost, to log on to a robot and have a look around.
Can I access this online from Michigan?
You could, yes, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And have you had a moment where you said,
yes,
wow, this is a powerful tool?
Yeah, it was coupled with tears as well. It was the moment where there was someone logged on the beam from Alaska with his friend in the gallery, kind of having that shared experience. And it was very emotional because they could actually have that shared experience in the galleries and look at artwork together, just be museum goers.
And you don't have to go slowly for me, Henry. I know that you drive pretty quickly sometimes. I'm sure what would make this perfect is if you could physically be here wandering through the museum. But as an option, this is pretty good.
Overall, it is remarkable.
A remarkable technology that allows the simple pleasures of discovery and companionship.